my name is Hartmut. I'm from the software department of F&S. I want to talk about the boot process of our boards. In the past, the boot system was rather simple on 32-bit CPUs. You had the bootloader, U-boot, you had the Linux image, you had the device tree, you had the root file system, that's all. But now on 64-bit systems, you need more files. The bootloader has to be split in the main part, which is still U-boot, and the so-called second program loader, SPL. You have an ARM trusted firmware, you have the trusted execution environment, you have different firmwares, for example, for the dynamic RAM, DDR4, you have training data, you have timing information that is specific to each DRAM chip type, and you have also additional firmwares for security chips, other embedded microcontrollers that are inside of the CPU. So this is very complex, and typically you would have to deal with all these low-level files. But we at F&S, we think this is not necessary, that you have to care about all this stuff. So we make it a little bit different. We combine all these firmware images in one image called N-boot or native boot, and we install this N-boot on all boards that are shipped. So when you get the board, this N-boot is already there, and also all these low-level files. So you don't have to care about which DRAM we use, or if you the size of the DRAM and which configuration is there on the board. It will work automatically because it's already on the board. So for example, when we are looking at the i.MX M Mini series, we have the Pico core, but this is not just one module. We have several different versions of it. There's a version with DDR3L, with LPDDR4, and with one Ethernet, two Ethernets, with wireless LAN on board or not. And all these different versions would need a single bootloader. But in our case, we all include this stuff in our N-boot, and so you can still download one file, one N-boot to the board, or it is already installed, and you only need to care about U-boot and your Linux system. Of course, also all the drivers of the Linux system are available for all interfaces that we have on the board. So you just need to care about your application in Linux itself. You don't need to care about the boot system and all the low-level images in firmwares. So I think this makes working with our boards much easier. Thank you very much.